There's a lot of evidence to suggest that the Duke of Buckingham was the true murderer of the princes. Duke of Buckingham was very greedy, vain, and unstable. He was also very close to Richard. The Duke owned half of the vast estates, which came from direct descent of a bon heiress. In order for Buckingham to get 100% claim of all his riches, Richard mandated that approval from Parliament must be granted. Richard would not give him full control over power and riches, and this angered Buckingham. As a result, the Duke of Buckingham betrayed Richard by siding with the sly and seductive Bishop Morton. Morton then planted ideas in Buckingham's mind, convincing the Duke that they were his own ideas. He says, "Duke of Buckingham, you'd make a far better king than Richard. Don't you agree?" Buckingham was filled with envy of power, and he was then resentful of Richard's power. Buckingham's state of mind sparked the revolt, and Richard was enraged by the Duke's betrayal. Buckingham was the most untrue creature living, and that there was never a false traitor better provided for, states Richard. Conventional wisdom is that Buckingham's aim was to dispose of Richard in order to put Henry on the throne. Maybe Henry Tudor thought that the murder was pinned on Richard III, and so he would be executed and Henry would take the throne, and then ultimately making Buckingham do his dirty work and murder the princes in the Tower. That struck a chord with Buckingham in terms of the future kings and not wanting them to be blood relatives to Richard, being from the House of York. This would cause Buckingham to revolt because of his need and drive for power. The Duke of Buckingham did not want the bloodline of York to continue to be the future of England. This caused Buckingham to revolt. This ultimately led to the Duke of Buckingham murdering the princes because of Henry Tudor wanting to be king and him being his right-hand man to the throne.